Hello, everyone. I am Cindy Walter, the Healthy Knitter. This is episode 6 of my brand new podcast. And I, first of all, just want to say thank you. I'm very overwhelmed at the support. I couldn't figure out how to let people make comments for the first 4 episodes. Finally, was able to turn that on. And your comments and your encouragement and your support means the world to me. I just can't thank you enough. Ideas on different things to do. I've had requests to do a whole Yoga for Knitters podcast. So I'll see if my daughter Katie would be willing to do a whole class for that and maybe just focus on a big heavy focus on the hands and maybe also sitting in posture since we sit so much when we knit. But so grateful for your feedback, your comments, and your encouragement. And I really want to keep this going. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I think as long as I don't get overwhelmed with editing these videos and making them really super slick, like a lot of knitting podcasters do, I'll be fine. One of my favorite girls who designed this knit, the Traveler Shaw, Dre Renee Knits, hers are very basic and simple. She uses her iPhone. She does not do anything crazy editing. She laughs at her mistakes just like I do. And I'm definitely more wired like that than I am at making a perfect podcast and having, I'm just not great with the editing and all of that. So it is what it is. I am who I am, and you get what you get with me. And I hope that's okay with you. And I hope that I can still provide lots of great value as we move forward with podcasts. So the exciting thing is I'm packing my bags and getting ready to leave for Iceland tomorrow. And we're going to spend 3 days in Iceland. And then we're moving on to see my daughter in England. And I shared on an earlier podcast, my love for knitting started when I was in Iceland, when I was 21 years old, and I bought a handmade knit sweater from one of the ladies in the Reykjavik area in Iceland who made sweaters. They have what's called the Knitting Association, and all of these, and it might just not be ladies, it might be ladies and men, make these handmade sweaters and then they sell them to the tourists that come. And I can't remember exactly how much I spent 35 years ago, but it was worth it because I still have the sweater today and I do bring it out every year and wear it a couple times. It's like a wool jacket and you'll be seeing it because I'm bringing it with me to Iceland next week. But I'm very excited about the trip. And the only, well, I won't say the only stress. The stress that I have is I'm bringing a little carry-on suitcase, which is filled with stuff right now for my daughter because she still needs stuff. She has, when she moved, she left with a couple suitcases and a backpack. And she's been gone a little over a year. So I have that bag in here. And then I'm bringing a backpack. And within those two things, I need to get as much knitting as I think I want to bring with me for 2 weeks. And then I have my one suitcase with clothes, which still has some of her things in there too. So I'm going to show you what I've got going on. If you are overwhelmed with a lot of WIPs, you might just want to walk away and my feelings won't be hurt because it's a little bit much. But I was just so excited to wear this. This is, how does she make them look so cute? Maybe one day I will spend the time uh, showing you different ways on how to wear them. I play around with them and I have it looking all so cute. I know she likes the seam going down the sides. But I love this shawl because it is so huge. It's so huge you can wrap it multiple times around yourself. And I did the cowl as well, and I really like the cowl, but not as much as the shawl. And I did handmade skeins from my local yarn shop. They're just gorgeous, and I put them together. And I absolutely love this. I'm going to keep it off just because I'm going to be moving around a lot, but I love the finished project. If you need a really good shawl pattern, this is a really good one. So I would highly recommend the Traveler shawl. All right, so have to bring socks. Socks are easy. If you do not follow the crazy sock lady on social media, she has a great podcast. I listen to her a lot. Kay Litton, her pattern vanilla socks is what I'm working on. So I am bringing with me, I have one completed sock and I'm working on my second in that color. Should I finish that, which I'm sure I will. I've got brown that's definitely going with me. And then I have one more that I'm trying to decide, do I want to pack this as well? I don't know how many socks I'll whip out in 2 weeks, but a girl can't have enough. And I'm going to buy yarn on this trip too. So I crack myself up because how much do I really need to bring? But let me just share with you the one project I was planning on bringing, I ran out of yarn for. I ran out of my mohair, and I don't know how it happened. I had the store owner helping me when it came to picking my size and pattern and all of that. But I am loving making the petite knit no frill sweater. I will make this again. It is such a joy. And I don't know. Yes, you can see how fuzzy and beautiful. Oh, it is such a soft texture. But I got to the point where I put my sleeves on the little, I can't even remember the proper term for that, those little wires, which I love way better than yarn because they just go on the ends of your needle and they pull right through. They are, if you do not own these, you need these. This is an absolute must. Cook is only as good as their tools in the kitchen, and a knitter is only as good as their tools as well. That is a tool you have to have. But anyway, I made it this far and I ran out of my mohair. This is 2 strands that you're holding together, and I ran out. So that is not making the cut. This baby's going to stay home. When I get home, my yarn should be here, and I've gotten the hardest part done with the raglan increases on the shoulder. So now it'll just be whipping up the body and stocking that and then putting on the sleeves and doing the ribbing. So I am in love with this project. Can't wait to do it when I get home, but that's not making the cut. So socks for sure are making the cut. And then because of that, I casted on a new sweater. And I guess I'm going to be a petite knit girl. My daughter talked me into this one, Katie. If you watched episode, I think she was on 4. We talked about hand yoga. And this is the cloud sweater, and it's adorable. And I am doing it in this gorgeous green fabric. So I casted this on, and I'm getting started. It's rolling up something terrible on me. I'm working on the back right now. So that's going to come with me for sure. I don't even know where my bag is for that one. Where did I put that? Can't even find that bag. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is my Handmade by Mary bag. I talked about walking on the treadmill. You can wrap this around, and when you're out walking or on the treadmill, you can have your yarn in the bag and you can actually work while you get some exercise. So the reason I'm calling myself the healthy knitter is because I want to help knitters be healthy, and I want to help healthy people find knitting, or unhealthy people find knitting to reduce their stress. So that is what that's all about. That yarn that I'm using is Blue Sky Fibers. I have never used this, but I've heard about it over and over and over again. And I can't, it looks completely backwards to me, but I think you can see. Blue Sky Fibers, and the color, does it say, is Wild Time. Wild Time. So it's beautiful. I'm excited about that. That's definitely making the cut and coming with me on the trip. And then that's it. That's it. I have one more I'm just casting on now, but I know I will never get that much knitting done in 2 weeks. And I know I'll be buying yarn in Iceland for sure. And then I'll probably want to get some yarn when I'm in England as well. But the last one that I am just casting on that I'm excited about is another 3 for 3 petite cardigan, petite knit champagne cardigan. And I just casted on my first row. That's it. That's it. As far as I got, because I cast it on thinking maybe I would take this instead of the cloud sweater. So there's a slim chance that I'll change my mind, but I doubt it. I doubt it. So that's it. Those are all my works in progress. I know there's a lot of them there. Well, I lied. That's not all of them. I still have another sock that I've started that's not making the cut and not coming with me, but super excited about the trip. And while we're talking about works in progress, some people can be monogamous to one project at a time. It overwhelms them to have all these projects going. And if that's you, there is nothing wrong with that. Be a one person project person. You get it done, check it off, and move on to the next project. Everyone's a little bit different this way. And it's so funny. I've talked to people that get incredibly stressed out if they see or they can't work on more than one thing at a time, or if they see someone else working on more than one thing at a time, they can't handle it. And for me, I like to have a lot of things going because like right now, this is very mindless. I am knitting on one side and going back and purling on the other side. It's very, very easy. I'm not counting anymore. So I can take that with me anywhere where if there's something where I'm increasing raglan stitches, increasing on the raglan on my sweater, I'm not going to take that with me. So I kind of like to have something where I can talk to people at the same time and it's kind of mindless. So at least get to the point in the project where it is. Because sometimes you don't have to pay attention after a certain point. Like the no frill sweater, once I got through the shoulder shaping, now it's just going to be easy and I can do that anywhere. So that's why I always like to have several projects going on. The socks are just something I'm new to socks, but I have fallen in love pretty quick with them. And I just think they'll be a great thing to knit and gift. And the crazy sock lady, I want to say she's up to like 65 pairs this year, probably more than that. She might be 70 now in a year. So it's something that you can make a really cute, nice gift for someone in a relatively short period of time. So I also told you about the vanilla sweater that I made. That I was given a gift from the Willie Thistle in New Hampshire, and I bought the kit to make her vanilla sweater. And it was just a very basic, easy knit that I think I made this sweater. I didn't time it, but it was definitely under 2 weeks. And I thought, ooh, that would be a great knit gift sweater as well. So I just, like I said before in my earlier episodes, if you've been watching along, I love knitting for myself now to look at things in my wardrobe that I might need a little help with, maybe like that shawl. I thought, what a great shawl that I could wrap around different outfits and really, garnish them and make them look pretty. But I needed some basics. That's why I'm doing the cream cardigan because I have a lot of colors. So I wanted a couple more things that were just basic with just plain one color, or I could with the cardigan wear over something. So I love that. And then I love being able to gift knit. So if you haven't done that yet, when you gift to the proper person and they get really excited that you handmade them something, it is such a fabulous feeling. And there's a lot of joke about being knit worthy. Some people really aren't. They don't see the value in it and they don't care. But other people get really, really excited about it. So I never give a homemade gift away. I mean, if you give me a homemade gift, it's there. And it's funny because I used to do wooden crafts and painting and things like that. I did craft shows when I was a young married girl. And I've given a lot of gifts away. And I was at my sister-in-law's yard sale. She won't see this, so I'll sell her out. I was at her yard sale last year, putting some things in, helping her a little bit. And I saw a few of my craft things that I'd made her years and years ago. She put them out every year for years. So, I mean, I'm half teasing, but I was like, oh, you're selling things that I handmade you. And she felt so bad. I said, I'm buying them. Of course, she gave them to me, but we had a lot of laughs over that. So I don't know if she's knit worthy or not, but she's having her first grandbaby, and the baby certainly will be getting some treats from my daughter and I. So, anyway, just wanted to stop by and say hello. I hope you are doing something fabulous this weekend. I hope you're knitting. We have a local festival going on, the Swiss Festival here, and the weather's just been wonky this weekend with some rain, that well needed rain that we did need. But I have not ventured out. There's also a fiber festival going on that I'm missing today because I'm packing to leave and I just had so much to wrap up. I wanted to stay home today and I wanted to do one more episode with you guys. So stay tuned. Do comment and let me know what you want to see. I'm definitely going to get a yoga class on the record. Maybe I'll do it live in England with my daughter. I know I'll be coming to you from Iceland next. Then I'll come to you from England and maybe I'll get yoga in that one for you. But I want to know what would be helpful for you because this is the thing. My love and my passion has always been around health and wellness and family and friends, and knitting just kind of brings it all together for me. And I want to be able to do this for a long, long time. So I want to keep my hands healthy. Doing things like this helps keep your brain healthy. And I want to keep, everything healthy so that I have the energy when I'm blessed with grandbabies one day to play with them. So, what you do every day does add up, and it'll either yield you good results and good habits or bad. And so I'm trying to educate people on the importance of nutrition, on the importance of hydration, on the importance of sleep. And I know as we become empty nesters at the same time, we're getting hit with menopause. Sleep just is so, so, so difficult. So we'll probably talk a little bit about some sleep hacks I've found over the years in these episodes. But stress is a big one. It's just such a big one. And that is why I will just always try to encourage more and more people to find knitting or something like knitting, because it's such a great outlet for stress. I knit and I am just, ooh, I'll put a candle on, I'll get a drink. You might find me here drinking coffee with you. You might find me drinking tea, maybe a glass of wine. Today it's adaptogens. I'm drinking adaptogens today. I also have hydrate with electrolytes going on. I'm double fisted here today, but you'll find me here and I'm just in a relaxed state of mind. I'll put a podcast on myself. I love to watch knitting podcasts, crafting podcasts. I'll put on music, but it's just so calming and relaxing, and it lowers our stress when you have some kind of a wonderful hobby like knitting. So invite your friends to knit if you're a knitter. Teach them how. Just do a basic scarf with them. Get them to a class with you, but invite people to take a look at knitting, because it is just such a great way to help them reduce stress in their lives. And we've all got it. We've all got stress. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I will be seeing you soon from Iceland. Thanks. Have a great day.